Yo, what's up guys, Boss, and I'm back with another YouTube video, and this time we're doing something a little different. It's not going to be a ladder video or a GC video. You see here we have the Draft Global Tournament going on. It ends in 2 days and 12 hours, so there's more than enough time. So like if you're watching this video, you'll still have, 2 days or a day whenever you watch it to play the Global Tournament. But if you look here, I got 6 wins and only 1 loss, and you can lose up to 5 times, so I'm pretty confident we can get to the 12 wins, which gets all the rewards before we lose 4 games. We might not even lose another. It depends on how well we play and the draft cards we get. So if you guys see here, you get like lots of rewards. This if you pay 500 gems, which in my opinion is definitely worth it. I mean, look at this magical chest, gold. Yeah, and then a legendary king's chest as well, where you get to pick the cards. So it's pretty good rewards in my opinion for only 500 gems. If you see here, and you also get some tokens and stuff, and then you get also some free rewards. If you look for free, like you don't have to pay anything, you get a lightning chest, a legendary token, some epic cards, an epic token, rare cards, token, common cards, common token, and then you get these like chests here, and then 500 gold. So not bad, guys. And I'm going to give you guys some tips for draft. And we'll just go ahead and go into the first game, and then I'll tell you guys, like, in my opinion, what are some great cards to pick in draft that you might not think would be good. So I'm going to go into my first game, and the biggest example, guys, is the Royal Recruits. So in my opinion, the Royal Recruits are one of the best cards to pick in draft, which aren't really that good in any other game mode. But we picked minions there over the guards because, honestly, it's good to have a flying card in draft, and guards, like, I mean, they're okay and all, but I think minions are better. And here I'm going to pick Dark Prince just because Dark Prince is pretty good now, like with the splash. And now guys, here's an example of something that's like a really hard decision, but I'm going to go with Flying Machine because it's basically a flying card, which is good. So I'm going to tell you guys, probably the top like 5 best cards to pick in draft are the Royal Recruits, the Princess, Flying Machine, Magic Archer. Oh wow, and he gave us the Royal Recruits. So guys, Royal Recruits, as I was saying, like, are honestly, like, in my opinion, possibly one of the best cards in draft. They're for sure top 3. The reason why they're so good is because they just get so much value. Like, look at that. We played the Royal Recruits on the Miner and the Goblin Gang in that situation. And that Magic Archer, yeah, as I was telling you guys, the Magic Archer is a really good card in draft as well, but I think Flying Machine is just a tad better because it's kind of the same concept as the Magic Archer, like it dies to Fireball. Okay, so right here, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to ignore the damage some of the Royal Hogs are going to get, like Baby Dragon, just to clean up. I'm going to ignore the Magic Archer as well. Because he went with those Royal Hogs, he's probably pretty low on, like, Elixir, so I'm going to try to go in for, like, a push here. Hopefully that Wizard dies. Yeah, it does. And as I said, guys, he was low on Elixir after going with those Royal Hogs, so we are going to take his tower really easily, so we were aware of how much Elixir he had, and that really helped us there. So now we have a really incredible start because we already took his left tower and chipped his right, and we still have both our towers up. Let's go ahead and pressure with the Skeleton Barrel here, and we can... Okay, so I'm thinking about what I want to do. I'm thinking Baby Dragon on top of the Magic Archer. I did time it. Sometimes, guys, the timing can be a little difficult. Just practice the timing on the Magic Archer. It's actually not insanely difficult to get. Maybe at first, you, like, mess it up a few times. So, you guys, trust me, maybe practice it in friendly battles, or just practice it, like, as you're playing ladder or something. It'll really help you in the long run because that timing is really nice to get down because if you're able to time the Magic Archer correctly and make sure it doesn't get any damage on your tower, it can help you in lots of situations. So, as I was talking about earlier, guys, Royal Recruits are just great in draft, like to split in the back. Although in this specific matchup, like maybe they're not going to get the most value just because he has Executioner and lots of different, let me see if I get the timing right again, guys. So there we go, you got the timing right. So basically, like when you see it on the bridge, you can start to spawn it, and then it'll spawn by the time before it locks on your tower. And we can Flying Machine in the middle here. Honestly, this game is looking like it's pretty much wrapped up. He might take our left tower, but even if he does, I think we'll end up taking his right. Because look at this, the Flying Machine locked on. It might even be in lightning range. Yeah, it is. Let's try to defend the Royal Hogs. We're probably not going to be able to. Especially if he... Yeah, I was going to say he had a spell. Because, guys, another thing about draft, if you have a spell, that means the other person has a spell. And typically, if you have a big spell like lightning or rocket... Oh, wow! Oh my god, guys. He actually went in with guards and lightning block. I was not expecting him to do that. Guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not think he was gonna do something like that. So we're actually gonna have to try to maybe go in for a flying machine in the middle here. And there we go. That ends the game. But wow, pretty well played lightning block on his end. I was not expecting him to do that. And guys, let me know if you like videos like this. I'm not sure about global tournament videos. I haven't really made too many of them. I think I've done like 1 or 2 of them. But if you guys enjoy these type of videos, please let me know. This is a draft one, but I can do ones on like regular global tournaments, maybe using my deck or a deck that I think is good, showing like how to get all the rewards with it. Or maybe would you guys like to see a global tournament where I'm in the top 50? And maybe guys, let me know if you want me to make another video on the same global tournament. Like if I get in the top 50, maybe you guys want to see some me playing against some like higher up players. Okay, so here we go, guys. So here's another example of like Royal recruits just being so good in draft. I'm gonna pick them over the Giant. You might think that's kind of crazy, but guys, the Giant and honestly win conditions sometimes aren't amazing in draft, especially since the Giant's so slow. Like you can play Royal. Okay, obviously Lumberjack because the E-Barbs aren't that good. And right here, this is kind of a tough decision, but I think I'm gonna go with Ramrider because we have Lumberjack, we have War recruits, so which honestly pair pretty well with the Ramrider, I think. Okay, we have an interesting deck. Honestly, guys, Witch is a really solid card in draft. So, honestly, guys, the cards that you might think aren't that good, well, I'm sure a lot of you think Witch is good. Like, I think some of you think it's annoying. But honestly, these type of cards, like Witch, War recruits, they're all really good in draft when you think that they wouldn't be. And then also, of course, you have the cards that are just good, like, in every game mode, like the Lumberjack, which we have. That's just honestly, like, a good card everywhere. And oh my god, so guys, he goes in with Goblin Gang Bats and then freezes everything, so kind of well played on his part, to be honest. I wasn't really expecting him to do that. But guys, after he spent all that elixir, I don't think there's any way he can defend this. Like, yeah, he goes in with E-Barbs, but guys, E-Barbs just, like, aren't even really that good, in my opinion. Especially, like, on Tournament Standard. And also, like, yeah, kind of interesting that he went with all his elixir there. But honestly, it's not even because he did that. Like, honestly, it's just because we have the Royal Recruits, the Witch, the Lumberjack, Ramrider. We had a lot of good cards this game, and a lot of it has to do with, like, card selection. I think if we didn't pick the Royal Recruits and we gave it to him, we would be in a lot different of a situation right now. Like, we might not even be able to come back. He gives the WoW, so, like, yeah, honestly, I think he knows it's a good game as well. The Witch and Lumberjack combo, like, really helped, and that Spear Goblin got 1 hit. So all we have to do, guys, is Fireball his tower. And we can easily cycle back to a Snowball. Like, there's no way he can 3-crown us or anything. So that's going to be a good game, and now we're at 8 wins. Not too difficult. I know, guys, like, I can't... Like, obviously, you're not going to get the same decks as me because it's draft, but still, if I tell you guys, like, when there's 2 cards, and I tell you which one I think is better, that's going to really help you in the draft because you always, in lots of circumstances, I'm sure, like, wonder what cards are good to pick. And I pretty much know which ones are the best for draft because draft is one of my favorite game modes to play. Like, I played it, I mean, I do it a lot in War Prep. I always play these draft global tournaments. I usually end up getting, like, at least 25 wins in most of them. So I know how, like, what cards are pretty good in drafts, in my opinion. So right here, minions, though they're good at flying, the Musketeer's a really great card because it's a range card. It hits air and ground, and I just think it's a little bit of a better option than minions because let's say, for example, he had arrows, and guys, Skarmy is just a great card to have in draft. It's again kind of like Royal Recruits. It's just good in almost every situation. The Earthquake, we're definitely not going to want to pick because if he doesn't have a building, it's going to most likely be completely useless, and we didn't get a building, so there's a good chance there won't even be a building. Well, okay, so we have the Goblin Cage, so he does probably have a building then, but maybe, like, it wouldn't even be one where the Earthquake would get much value against. So he goes in with a Balloon in the back, and it looks like, guys, we have a lot of good counters to the Balloon. He just goes in with an Earthquake. That's actually, I think it's a good thing we give him Earthquake, because Earthquake doesn't get value, really, against the Goblin Cage. We can go in with the Skarmy here, and once again, guys, like, look at this. I'm happy about my choices again. Like, the Skarmy was definitely a good choice over the Fire Spirits. I think giving him the Earthquake is a really good choice. So, guys, a lot of draft, some people say, like, it's luck and stuff, but in my opinion, I think, like, a really good factor of it is choosing the correct cards. because like there are certain cards in draft that are just better than others, and it's almost always like better to pick that certain card. So like, and one of those examples again is like Earthquake. Like, let's say you have to choose whether you want to give Earthquake to the other person or not. If you know that, okay, good minor on his part, we have to go for a wizard here, but yeah, that wizard's gonna clean that up pretty nicely. So yeah, the Earthquake is just never really a good card unless the other person has a building, and in this case it was, but I didn't know. So this is partially where like luck factor comes in, because I didn't know if he was gonna have a building or not, but still it doesn't matter because I mean, like, it's just a goblin hut, and still like his Earthquake doesn't get value against the goblin cage. Let's just like ice golden to block the fire spirits here. That balloon might end up getting a hit, but that's not even really that big of a deal because we have the witch down. We can probably go in for a skeleton barrel here, and then we can have fireball ready to fireball whatever he plays. We have a goblin brawler behind here. I think there's a really solid chance we take his tower here. Once again, guys, he like really oh wow, interesting Earthquake. Oh, actually not that bad of an Earthquake. He ended up killing the skeletons, but kind of bad timing in my opinion. Let's go ahead and just fireball his tower and the goblin hut just to like take his tower, to make sure we have the tower in the bag, also getting some value, which is always good. So he's going to go probably with a minor balloon here pretty soon, but we have a good amount of air counters to deal with it. Let's go ahead and skeleton barrel other lane to pressure, and then we could musketeer here, and he just goes in with an Earthquake. Interesting. Probably because he wanted to try to get the balloon at the tower. Let's go ahead and goblin cage back here. That balloon shouldn't even get death damage unless he like freezes or did something like that, but he doesn't have freeze because obviously we know he has arrows, and then also the Earthquake. Those are his only two spells. And yeah, that's another big part of draft, is remembering what spells your opponent has and remembering what you gave your opponent as well. That's also really going to help you. So we know that we gave him the arrows, and we also know that we gave him the Earthquake, so we know he doesn't have any like surprise spell or anything like that. And what are we at now? We're at 9. So just 3 more wins to go, and then we are able to get all the rewards. Unfortunately, though, in order to open this chest, you need to lose out of the challenge, like, all your losses before you can open it. So I probably won't be opening this in the video, but I will, like, be collecting all of these, which are still good, like the lightning chest, legendary token, and then if you have the 500 gems, like, you can get all this yourself. Like, honestly, I think it's worth the 500. Maybe I should do, like, I wonder if I should do something like some sort of giveaway. Like, I don't know how many likes I should do, but if maybe this video gets like 1,000 likes or something, maybe I'll give away like in the comments like $5 to 5 people, so then you guys can get the rewards. But we'll see. Minion Horde over bats. Sorry guys, lightning over the rocket, and princess always, guys, I said that's like one of the best cards. And then let's go with the bar barrel. So guys, even though we had 10 seconds to pick, I knew for sure, sorry I was a little distracted, but I knew for sure those were the right options, guys. Princess is almost better than every single option. Just remember that. Princess just, like, is one of the best cards in draft. So he goes in with a golem in the back. Let's just, golem same lane as the giant. I meant giant in the back, so let's golem. And also, guys, lightning is a better option than rocket. Like, rocket's good and all, but honestly, I think lightning can get more value because it can hit 3 things at once, but you can get unlucky if they have a lot of like spam cards and it doesn't get value. But in most situations, I think it's better to take. So let's go with the princess at the bridge here because I want it to hit the bats and not the miner on my tower. And that golem's probably going to bring the tower down to like probably close to triple digits because we have the princess there as well. We could go for a lightning, but that's a little aggressive in my opinion. Interesting miner on his part. And guys, I picked the Minion Horde over the bats because I just feel like Minion Horde, just, it's great to like have the high DPS here, and like, yeah, like right here, for example, we can go in for a Ram Rider. He has the rocket, so I bet you he's going to play a rocket on all of this. Interesting, he didn't go in with a rocket, so we're going to end up taking his tower. I thought for sure he was going to play a rocket, but for whatever reason he didn't. And we gave, oh wow, interesting, Earthquake. He played Earthquake on top of the minions, wow. Well, it's called Earthquake for a reason because, you know, it hits ground cards, but I guess this guy didn't know that. So So we should, yeah, have a pretty easy win here. All we need to do is defend. Let's just Princess here. It'll hit, like, some of the bats, and then the rest of the bats will get distracted on the golem. So that actually worked out perfectly. I didn't even know that the bats were going to get hit or, like, target the golem. I think we just got a little lucky there, but that really worked out for us. Let's go ahead and, like, lightning the Night Witch. That's probably the only thing we can lightning in this whole matchup anyways. Yeah, because the rest of his cards are spam. But, guys, I still think having the lightning is better than the rocket, because the rocket, you can't, for example, in this specific matchup, you'd never be able to rocket the Night Witch because it would always, and again, the Minion Horde, another really good choice because he just really can't break through it, whereas if he had bats, the bats get, like, one shot, so, like, they wouldn't defend as well. And yeah, this is, yeah, pretty much GG. We could even try to go for the 3 crown. Let's just, honestly, let's just prediction lightning, because he has to play something. And I don't know if we're actually going to 3 crown him, because we need to, let's actually go for the princess here. There we go, so that's going to be a good game. I wanted to get the 3 crown, guys. I was just kind of eager to get the 3 crown. I mean, there was really no point in getting it, but I just thought it would be nice to get the 3 crown. Also, guys, if you didn't know, in global tournaments, the crowns you get actually decides tiebreaker. So if you look here, I'll show you guys an example. Like, he's at 10 wins, but since he has more losses, we're in front of him, even though we have the same crowns. And look at him, like, he has 21 crowns, and we have 23, that's why we're above him. Same with this guy, how he has 21, and we have 23. And then this guy here, how he has, like, 18, and we have 23. And then him, how he has, like, 15. So that's, guys, like, why it's really important to, like, if you know you're going to 3 crown the other person, just go for the 3 crown, because that can, like, help against tiebreakers. Maybe that's the deciding factor of you getting top 50, or maybe there's the badge you can get for top 1000, I think. So that's why it's important to, like, get 3 crowns, if you guys didn't know that. And that's for all global tournaments, not just draft. Okay, so Mortar or Barbarian Hut. So the Barbarian Hut isn't really that good in my opinion, so I'm going to go with the Mortar. And then Golem or Goblin Giant. So, in my opinion, Golem is just, like, one of the best cards to pick in draft, so I'm just for sure going to go with Golem. Goblin Giant doesn't pair well with some things. I'm going to go with Log. Like, Golem Rocket doesn't really make sense. But Lightning does make sense with the Golem, so I'm for sure going to pick that. Also, he has the Barbarian Hut, so Lightning should get good value against that. So that goes back to remembering what you gave the other person. And interesting, so he gave us Royal Giant. Let's just go in with a defensive mortar here. I didn't really have another, like, starting play because I can't really golem in the back first thing. Okay, there, so he just goes in with a earthquake. So because he did that, I'm actually just gonna golem in the back. Like, I don't really have anything else I can do if you looked at my hand, except maybe, like, log to cycle. So hopefully he gives us some lightning value. Like, maybe he's gonna play something next to okay, guys, let's see if we can activate King here. So let's go with the Fisherman, and then it should pool, and then, like, yeah, there we go, guys. So it's gonna activate King. So guys, remember when you activate King with the Fisherman, remember to play it, like, on the opposite top side, like, not the same side, or else it'll get in the way and it won't end up activating King. So that's gonna help us a lot, guys. In fact, that could even be the difference of us winning the game. Since he has the Goblin Giant, it's gonna help so much that we have the King activated. Interesting that he went in with the Miner there. Oh, also the Earthquake. So, guys, he's, I think for sure really low on Elixir right now. Let's go and Golem the lane that we have the most damage in. I think he's at, like, 5 or 6 Elixir right now after doing that. So, we're up, like, well, now we're not up, obviously, because we played a Golem in the back. But look at this. Wow, so he goes in with, interesting. Let's go and Fisherman here. So, all our Arena Towers target it, and then it's not able to get as much damage. And he goes in with Zappies. He splits them, so that's good, so that one Zappy isn't going to do anything. I'm thinking of where to log. I think it's better to log there, so we get rid of the Zappy. The Zappy is actually kind of really annoying. Like, it really stuns the Golem and can get some good value. Okay, so I'm thinking, guys, let's just ignore that Dark Prince and Golem. Where's he going to play his Goblin Giant? I might just Fisherman it into the other lane. let's Fisherman actually behind the Golem. And then if he goes in with his Goblin Giant, we can always just play a Mortar. Let's play it here so like it walks a really far distance. And then, oh wow, he goes in with the Rocket, but he only hits the Fisherman and the tower, so it didn't get too much value. Let's Lightning to get our Golem to the tower. And let's Log to try to, like, I don't know, like, make sure he doesn't get too much damage on our tower. So guys, he's forced to Rocket our tower, because if he, I think, plays a Goblin Giant, we can just Mortar to distract. So he has to go in for, like, a Rocket, which, of course, is basically forcing him to spend 6 Elixir on just the tower, so not good value. And it's finally, guys, to go in for our Royal Giant. I know we haven't used it all game because it just wouldn't get good value against the Barbarian Hut. Let's go in with a high Mortar here. The Fisherman should pull it away from the Mortar. Let's go and Lightning the tower. Honestly, guys, I think this is a good game because we have the Golem on the tower, RG on the tower. And guys, there we go. I think that was a good game. Honestly, like, we had a pretty weird draft, but we were still able to win just by playing smart, like activating our King Tower with the Fisherman. You should always do that when you have the Fisherman in draft. Just use it to your best, I guess, benefit. Do what it does best, and that's activating King. So there we go. We get the Lightning chest. I don't know if I have any of these maxed, so I might just skip. Although, maybe I'll try to get a better cannon, because cannon's like only good in 2.6. Ooh, I don't really want Evoke either, or Bomber. Okay, guys, we're not... Okay, maybe... Yeah, we didn't really get anything that good. But anyways, one more win, guys, and then we get all the rewards. Let's go ahead and go into the last game. Maybe I'll play another game or two after. It doesn't really matter since... we got all the rewards anyways, but maybe we'll just play, like, one extra. Since you guys like longer videos anyways, might as well. So let's go with Dark Goblin here. It targets air. It's another really good card to have in draft because it's ranged. Ice Golem is always good to have. I personally don't really think Fire Spirits are that good. So Dark Prince or Magic Archer, we already have the Dark Goblin, which is kind of just like it. And let's go ahead and go with the Golem. Like, honestly, I just always love picking the Golem. And from my personal experience, as much as I love Giant, like, using it in ladder, it's just honestly not really that good in draft. Like, I just feel like it's not really good to have in a deck that's kind of weird. In my opinion, in, like, draft, you have lots of off-meta stuff. And honestly, Golem decks in general do pretty good against Giant anyways. And also, yeah, in this situation, it's really good that I picked Golem. Okay, so he goes with a Prince. We don't really have much to deal with it, unfortunately. Yeah, that actually really kind of sucks that the Bats got so much damage. Kind of a little bit of a misplay on my part, though, on the Dark Goblin. Yeah, guys, I really made a mistake there. Maybe it won't matter too much. Let's go ahead and juke the Goblin Barrel, because what if he has Log? Oh, wow, that's actually going to take out the Magic Archer. Oh, wow, let's go, guys. That actually ended up getting a lot of value. Wow, that was really good. So I didn't even mean to do that. Like, I was just juking it because maybe he had Log, because if you guys didn't know, if you have a small spell like Snowball, that typically means the other person has, like, Bar Barrel, Log, or Zap, since, like, when you have a spell, the other person for sure has a spell, and it's based on the elixir, so, like, if it's a low elixir spell, then they probably have a low elixir spell too, and that's generally how it works. Let's Ice Wizard here, so the Prince doesn't charge. It doesn't matter anyways, like, even if we played it further away and it charged, it still wouldn't have gotten a hit on our tower, but I guess it's just always better so it doesn't charge. But okay, let's try to get a Snowball down here as soon as possible. Kind of unfortunate that we didn't have the elixir right away, but we still have the Dark Goblin up, Dark Prince, and the Dark Prince might end up connecting because, yeah, because the Dark Goblin was distracting it. That was pretty cool. Alright, let's Ice Golem here to distract the Baby Dragon. Oh wow, that worked out perfectly because he decided to go with a Magic Archer. Let's see if we can get the timing correct here. Yeah, we do. So guys, honestly, like, that's the third time in this video that I've done that. Like, I timed the Magic Archer correctly. And guys, the Magic Archer has like a pretty high drop rate for whatever and reason in draft, so like that's a good interaction to learn. Like, I don't know why, I feel like in draft there's certain cards that you see more frequently. Like, let me know what you guys think about that. Like, in my personal experience of playing draft, I always see, like, end up seeing more cards more frequently, and Magic Archer is just like one of those, and I don't really know why. Okay, so we yeah, now all we have to do is defend, and then we could go ahead and go in the back. because, yeah, he's going to have to spend a lot of elixir to take my tower here, and he probably won't even take it in time. We can just Ice Wizard to slow down the Giant, and then, yeah, that's going to kite the Fire Spirits too, and, yeah, we don't even really need to do anything here. It's going to be a good game. So I'm thinking if we should go for one more game or not. It's been about 25 minutes. We could just play one more just for the heck of it, because, yeah, we have all the rewards, guys, which is great. Unfortunately, though, you can't, how it works, guys, is you can't claim the rewards until you lose out, and I don't want to purposely lose out because there's a chance, who knows, guys, I might end up getting top 50 this tournament, which would be great. So, yeah, let's play one more, and then, guys, let me know in the comments. I'll check the comments, like, as soon as I'm done uploading, if you guys want to see me, like a continuation of this video. Maybe if I can get top 50, if you guys want to see that, some top 50 gameplay in this draft tournament, or if you guys want to see another global tournament video, let me know. So, guys, Dark Goblin, again, like, I just really love it. Okay, so, ooh, guys, this is an example of where you choose the Valk, because the Valk counters the Royal Recruits really hard. Princess is always better, and then let's go with E-Drag. I don't think, like, the Wizards, I mean, the Wizards look pretty good, but I just really love the E-Drag. It's like a reset, because, I don't know, like, let's say they have a Sparky, or an Inferno Drag, anything like that, it's great to have. And plus, we already have enough splash, like, we have the Princess, we have the Valkyrie, so we don't really need to have the Wizard. And look at that, guys, so he goes in with Royal Recruits, and look, this is why, guys, this is the, like, the whole reason why I chose Valkyrie, because as you guys know, like, Valkyrie just, like, with the huge radius now, like, boom, you just play it, like, right on top of the Royal Recruits. And, like, look at like, look at that, guys. Like, wow, look, like, see, that's why, like, I picked the Valkyrie. Even though Royal Recruits are so good in draft, I just, guys, I'm sorry, I have to go with the Valkyrie. It's just, and look at that, this is great. I chose the E-Drag. E-Drag just stuns the Ram Rider. It's only gonna get, I think, one hit on our tower. And then now we have the E-Drag on a counter push. He might go with the Wizard here. We'll have to see what he does. Yeah, there's the Wizard, guys. I just always keep track of my opponent's cycle. That's how I knew he was going to go with the Wizard, because that was, like, his best, honestly, answer in his hand. So we're going to have to go with the Valk here. Now we need to watch out for his Royal Recruits because we just used the Valkyrie. Guys, I mean, what do you guys think? I personally think the Valkyrie needs a nerf. Like, I think it got too much of a buff. Like, now the radius is almost the radius. It's, like, basically the radius of, like, a Zap or something, or even the Giant Snowball. Like, it has such a large radius, and I don't know, like, if, like, that's a good thing. Like, it's just, I think it was already balanced, and then when they gave it this radius buff, it's now just, like, a really good card. Like, I keep seeing, so much of, the Valkyrie going around right now, guys, but let me know what you think. So we can go in with, a Hog Rider now, just to counter push. He's probably going to go in with no, he goes in with Wizard. I was wrong, guys. I thought he was going to play Royal Recruits. He probably didn't have the Elixir, though, to be honest, after going in for the Ram Rider. We should get Tower here. There's the Tower. Now all we have to do is defend for, I guess, like a minute or so. Let's just Valkyrie here. Okay, he goes in with the Poison. Very interesting. Let's just go ahead and play an Ice Spirit on top of his Wizard. And, yeah, this should be, like, good game for sure, because there's only 40 seconds left. And we have basically a lot of defensive cards. We have the Valkyrie, E-Drag, thanks to us picking the E-Drag. So, guys, as you can tell, like, even though draft, of course, is luck, honestly, this game is luck in general, like, ladder's luck too. But you can see, guys, how picking the right cards in draft can really help you win games, because we've won every single game in this video, and a lot of it really came down to picking the right cards. Of course, like, some of it's luck, as I said, but I think, in my personal opinion, if you're, like, a good draft picker and you play well, you have a much higher chance of, like, getting a good finish in these draft level tourneys. But, yeah, I mean, just practice, guys. Like, the more you play draft, the more you learn what cards are better to pick, because I personally think whenever I pick a card, I always have a reason behind why I pick it. Like, when I do draft, I never just, like, pick a card, and I never feel unsure about what card is the better option, because it always comes down to what you gave them. That sometimes influences what you pick, and it also really comes down to, and sometimes, just what's a better card in the game. And then also, there's some interesting stuff, like, in exceptions, too. Like, for example, the Royal Recruits, as I talked about. They're a great card to pick, even though they're kind of off meta, like in ladder and GCs. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe. Maybe I'll do a giveaway. I might give away 5 I might give away $5 to 5 people in the comments, so you guys can like buy these bonus awards. And if you want to see, like I said, a continuation of this video, also let me know in the comments, because maybe I'll get top 50 and I can make a video off of that, some live top 50 gameplay, which is at 25 wins right now. But we're already halfway there, and we only have 1 loss, so it's looking pretty good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks again until next time.